Homer Hickman Jr. I was born on February 19th, 1943. I'm the second son of Elsie and Homer Hickman, and my older brother's name is Jim Hickman. We all live in Coalwood, West Virginia, and we live in a town where every man wants to work in a mine. My father became the superintendent of that business after the captain died. Ever since first grade, I always loved reading science fiction books. I was always in the library, either reading or signing out the books. My favorite author and my role model was Wernher von Braun. When Sputnik, the Russian satellite, first launched into space, I knew I had to build rockets and find out how it worked. I spent all of my high school with my closest friends, Quentin, Odell, and Roy Lee, building rockets and most likely failing. After an incident, my father, who never supported this, told me we could not build rockets in the business area, so that meant all of Cole had to go to Ridingdale, which was a town 8 miles away, to go and launch and build our own rockets. When our first rocket launched, everyone in school already knew about us, and everyone in town knew about us, so they were all there, even the cheerleaders and everything. Even my brother, who never supported me anyway. Miss Riley talked to us about the science fair. We decided that we should do it, and we did it. It took a while, and throughout that, my father got in an accident in the mine, and he got very badly injured, and I had to quit school and go to work in the mine, which was really sad for me because I always wanted to go to that fair, the science fair, but I wasn't able to. And after 2 months of quitting school, I decided to go back to school because my dad was much better, and he did not support me going back to school. He thought I would be better off in the mine. And after I did go to school, I decided to rejoin the science fair, and Quentin, Odell, and Roy Lee and we all went to the school, and Miss Riley was there, and she talked us throughout it. Miss Riley bought us a book, and everyone in town pitched in a little bit to help build our rocket in our display for the science fair. After going to science fair, we thought we were gonna go third place, but we won first place. And after winning first place, we had to decide between all four of us who would go to Indiana for the nationals, and the other side I would go since the school could only afford one person to go. After I went, we won the nationals, and after I came back with the gold medal, I found out that my favorite teacher, Miss Riley, was in the hospital and dying. And we decided to build, since it was our senior year, we had to go off to college after the summer. So we decided to launch a rocket, Miss Riley rocket, to her, my mom, my father, and other people from the coal mine that also pitched in to help. And one of my biggest supporters, you can say, my dad was there, and he was the one that pressed the button, and that rocket was probably one of our best launches, which went up almost to 3,000 feet. I lived during the beginning of coal mining and in West Virginia. The coal was a huge thing, and in the U.S. it was needed everywhere. And also the space race was all everyone was talking about, and scientists were trying to get a rocket into space from the U.S. and trying to land on the moon, competing with the Russians and also the Chinese and everyone else also trying. It was very difficult because the rockets they tried to launch would either go up a few feet and explode or wouldn't go up at all. And one of the biggest contributions to society was showing that the U.S., that even high schoolers were interested in the space race and wanted to also help, and that even though we didn't build a rocket that went into space with people, we did show an interest in it and that we could do something about it. And one of my biggest impacts was that we changed the view in Coalwood of teenagers and high schoolers, and that every man did not have to work in the mine after they went to high school. Any ordinary kid could go to college, and not only the football players or the lucky ones. And we weren't the ones that, and I also showed my dad that not only Jim could go to college, but also I could, and not for football, but for science. I can go to a very good college and have a good career for myself.